When you're making a great record, you need tools. We have the tools. This isn't plugged in. Crap. Start over. Yeah. This mic right here has the original capsule from the C12. It's a new old microphone here at Right Coast, and the moment I plugged it in, I was in love with its sound. One of my favorite things in the studio, and I'm being very serious, is a CollabNet that was played by Stevie Wonder, and that's a true story. I had my CollabNet tuned by a company in Philly, and they rented it to Stevie Wonder, and he played it. For some reason, it's tuned a semitone sharp. I don't understand that. I'm going to show you a patented trick we have here at Right Coast that no one else is allowed to use, just us here. It's called the deep elbow. Can't use that anywhere else. If you want to record that, you have to do it here. Stereo, true stereo tremolo. 2 speakers, tremolo back and forth. That is exciting. That's a farfisa. Makes all types of strange sounds. Interesting, beautiful, annoying, in a good, beautiful way. Looks kind of weird, sounds beautiful. Made by Sears in the 60s. You know what this is? I don't either. I think it does this kind of thing. Isn't that something? You've heard of Marshall. It's loud. It's very loud. Do you like choices in cymbals? Me too. I don't want every song to sound the same. Every song shouldn't have the same drum sound. Every song should be a little different, which means different cymbals too. These are expensive. Do you like animals? I love animals. I love cows. When you want to keep the snare and the rest of the drums out of the kick drum sound, you build a tunnel. At least I do. And in there, I've got 2 microphones. Yep, I'm checked out. They call me One Take Charlie. Takes 2 takes usually. Signed by some of the world's most famous piano players, and that's real. It's also beautiful sounding. Do you know this chord? Me either, but it's pretty. It looks cool, so it must be cool. I don't know what the hell that was. Here's the thing about Right Coast. We have the real tools. We're not relying on plugins. We're not relying on amp modelers. We rely on real amps and tubes and different combination microphones. That way you won't sound like everybody else. You'll be unique. There's some very interesting pieces in here right now. I'm doing a session right now where we are in love with the reverb on this recording. So these are 3 different reverb boxes, all sound completely different. And right now they're hooked up to this lovely Fender Champ 12 with the snakeskin Tolex. You can't go wrong with that. Check this out. This right here, this Focusrite, Madonna sang through that. That's real. And Robert Plant sang through this, and that's also real. Not plugins, the real thing. Our Neotech board, all new chips. It's been modified heavily by my partner Dave Wilkerson, and it's a beautiful thing. Very clean, lots of character. This is probably one of the more important parts of this studio, and it is our analog machines. 2 2-inch 24-track machines. You can read all you want about digital being as good as analog, but until you hear it, you don't know. Trust me, I wouldn't do it if it didn't sound better. Sounds much better. Recorded maybe 14 Mississippi bluesmen on this machine, and no soul lost. Here's a beauty. A rare 335. Only 300 made, which doesn't really matter, but it sounds amazing. That's the important part. Doesn't matter the history, it just matters what it sounds like and how you use it. The Moog, any sound from the funkiest bass sound to a flute to a spaceship sound, all that's in here. It's real. You won't find this inside of a computer. You'll find a picture of it, but you won't find the same sounds. We've had a lot of interesting people come through the studio, and one of the most interesting was our Mr. Billy Joel. He did River Your Dreams with us. That record was recorded anywhere. It was recorded a lot of places, the house, the studio. That record sold how many copies? I don't know. 4 million. That'll do it. You might know these guys, the Rolling Stones. They're a little band from England. Nice guys. Here's a wall of just some of the records we've produced. Mississippi Big Jack Johnson. He's one of the best bluesmen I've ever been around. We've got Steve Howe from Yes, Miss Tina Turner, Lionel Richie, Big A Sherrod. You'll be hearing that name a lot. There's been a lot of interesting things to happen in the live room at Right Coast. One recent was the band Yes set their whole tour up in here. We had to move every single thing out of this room, set their drum riser up, set all the amps, the whole tour for 3 weeks. And they set up and rehearsed for, I think it was their 2013 tour. The band, the Dixie Chicks, I reamped their guitars in this room. Big Jack Johnson's been in this room. There's been several Mississippi bluesmen. Sorry to say some of them have passed, but their soul is still in this room. I can feel it.